The Texas A&M Aggies, who had really been struggling. I mean, this is a team that had lost 4 straight, and things did not look good. Auburn, it looks like, it's going to get their team out of the way. What a win.
Got to wait 90 seconds. Wait 90 seconds. Don't rush the court for 90 seconds.
Yep, we're going to watch this in real time here as the final
That's
seconds.
the rule.
Buzz Williams is asking his students to stay off the court, and they're going to wait, as we said, in time.
Wait 90 seconds. As long as you wait 90 seconds, you don't get fined. As long as you wait 90 seconds.
Do you like this? Do you like this rule, McCall?
I like protecting the players and making sure nobody gets hurt. I like that. The fact that as long as you wait a minute and a half, nobody's going to get fined. I think you had to do something just to protect everybody to make sure nobody gets hurt. And the fact that people respect it and wait those 90 seconds. Georgia did it last week against Florida. They waited their 90 seconds and then they rushed the floor. And it looks like this is what we're going to get the same game.
Tyler, did you ever get trampled on? Did you ever want to just look at a student and be like, I can't deal with this tonight?
Yeah, I still deal with that trauma today, Fanta. I'm going to counseling for it. No, I never got you know what? I never even got close to getting hurt my whole time. I've been involved with many court stormings. And you know what? If you're a team and they court storm, it should be a good thing because that means you're a really good team. Never had an issue with it. Georgia Tech, some little student bumped me on the way to the court to celebrate their team's victory. And you know what? I kept walking and he kept going. There was no issues ever. And
But think about it. Wait, Tyler. Who the hell was going to mess with you? I mean, legitimately, I get it. Like Kyle Filipowski, he's not all that intimidating. But, if somebody's going to mess with you and go after you, they're probably scared you're going to throw a haymaker back at them, too. They're probably smart enough to understand the consequences of their actions.
Well, listen, Jeff, I'm smart enough to know that if I were to throw a haymaker, I would get in trouble probably as well. And, Coach Williams would have something to say about that. But, it was just, I don't think these kids are coming on the court to hurt the other team's players. They're coming on the court to celebrate victories. And it's part of what makes college basketball so great is the fan base, their passion, and their excitement. And, it's the students that are rushing these courts. It's not – anybody else. It's just the students, in my opinion. So I just hate the fact that we take that away from them and kind of what makes college sports. Ever since I was a kid growing up, I remember watching all these teams, the court stormings, and I just think they're all great memories.
Jeff, let's get into this here. Is this more about Auburn coming off a regular season title win, and so there's just not as much incentive to play this game versus an A&M team that was desperate to get off the schneid and could fall out of the top 16 in the bracket? Is that what this is? Is there anything more to make of it?
So I think there's a few things, but when I was down there last week, all they were talking about was clinching, winning the SEC regular season title. So I think it was a little bit, okay, we did that. We accomplished our goal. Not that they didn't have something to play for now, but, let's face it, even if they lose a game or two here, they're still going to be the overall number 1 seed. They've been dominant, from start to finish in the best league in America. I think there's a couple other factors. Number one, Texas A&M has 9 seniors, and it was senior night. So those guys were revved up. Number two, Auburn was without Dylan Jones, right? Dylan.
Yep.
Why am I forgetting his name right now? Dylan Jones.
Denver Jones.
Denver Jones.
He's hurt.
I was tired. Come on, man. What are you talking about?
I know.
Denver Jones.
It's been a long few days. So without him, you're losing your best perimeter defender. And what do you need more than anything against the combination of Wade Taylor and Zurich Phelps? You need guys that can guard on the perimeter. He would have been on whichever one was heating up at that time. Neither one were awesome tonight, but they still combined for 35 points. And, Auburn, let's face it. I mean, Janai didn't have he had another kind of average game for him. Pettiford was really good, but defensively, again, they gave up 83 points to a Texas A&M team that, frankly, has two guys who can score.
McCall, where do you stand on this result?
Yeah, I think Fanta is a quick turnaround from what happened in Rupp Arena the other day, too. I mean, I've never seen a coach celebrate the way the Coach Pearl celebrated in Rupp Arena, jumping up and down, not in the locker room, out on the floor. And that's what he did. And they won the SEC, and to turn around and have to play this game against a team that was desperate. Texas A&M was desperate. They're desperate to turn, their season around with how it was going. Not that they were a bubble team by any means, but they were desperate, and they played that way in this game. And Auburn played like a team that clinched the regular season the other day. They celebrated, and they continued to celebrate on Sunday, and then continued to celebrate on Monday, and had to turn around and play today. Like, if you play on Wednesday, that Sunday day is an off day to be able to catch your breath. You have to come back down after playing on Saturday, whether you win or lose, and get back to work on Sunday. And today, that team, to me, just looked like a team that was still celebrating their win over the week. Eventually, it was another piece of it, too, was just, hey, like, this team is human. We've been talking, or I was talking earlier on Sirius XM today, like, is this Auburn and Duke team, are these two teams looking more like last season where it was UConn, Purdue, and everybody else? Is that what we're trending towards this season? No, today was a day we said, you know what, there is parity in college basketball. We could see, anyone within reach of the top 25 right now cut the nets down in San Antonio and win a national championship. That, to me, is what proved today. And also an Auburn team that, hey, man, Saturday is over with. They celebrated Saturday. They had a great time on Saturday, and they looked like they were still celebrating from Saturday.